Hello and welcome to the Old McDonald Farm. It's a Saturday afternoon. It's fairly dreary outside. There's a lot of rain going on. It's pretty icy this morning on the way up. And apparently we've got 4 or 5, maybe 6 inches of snow coming tomorrow night. And then Wednesday and Thursday, they are calling it the biggest storm of the winter. We've got a storm coming in. I've seen forecasts of anywhere from 16 to 20 inches of snow in Pittsburgh and Morgantown. So who knows what's going to happen up here. So I'm up here. I had a couple little things I wanted to finish up, but basically I'm going to get the house ready for a heck of a storm that may be moving in. Need to shut the water system down and just kind of batten down the hatches. So as you can tell from the title of the video, we got a couple things to talk about. We've got some good news, we've got one piece of bad news, and we've got some ugly that we need to fix. So let's start with the good news is I think we are officially moved in. I think we have enough furniture here now that we can come up and spend a weekend. Obviously, this is the living room. We've got our coffee table now. I brought some books up. Brandon helped me yesterday. This thing weighs about 800 pounds, but we brought this buffet up from Morgantown. It was down in our basement, just kind of not getting used, and I thought it would be perfect. And what's really nice is it matches the lamps real nice. So we got a nice little look in here. We've got everything that we need to be comfortable and cozy, and we're just looking forward to when the weather changes and we can open all these windows. And if it's a summer afternoon, you're driving by, you see our car out front, stop by. Nothing really changed here in the dining room, but the one little thing I got done today was we bought a couple of really cheap Amazon nightstands just to get something going here. So I built those today. They've got a little power port built into them, a couple little drawers, but just a little something to kind of finish this off for now. I got those built today. The bathroom's pretty much done. A couple of weekends ago, I got a new blind put up in that window. And that's about it. We've got a little HVAC work we need to do to make sure this room gets heat. The connection is not tied into the whole heating system, so we're getting some heat rising up from the basement and plenty coming in from the other rooms, but we need to finish that off. The guest room in here, let's see, I think not a lot's changed, maybe that little lamp. So not a lot of major changes. So that's the good news. We are basically done. This place is ready for us to enjoy. It's ready for guests to enjoy. I'm looking forward to having the Tasmanian fruit flies out here in the spring, and we're going to play some music, but we're basically ready for guests. The bad news is my dream of a fireplace that burns wood here will not happen. The local fireplace company came out, and initially the guy that was here thought it wouldn't be a problem because this is, real stone. The issue is inside there, it's wooden framed. And in order to, have enough clearance for the chimney and the venting and blah, 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 they gave me a million reasons why it won't work. Basically, we're not going to be able to have, it would just catch the insides on fire. Now, they can do what they need to do to make it so we could put a wood burning stove in there, but it would be an $8,000 project. And I'm just not willing to put that kind of money into it. We have perfectly good gas logs here, so we will continue to use those, and that'll just have to be that. I could in the future in the dining room here, this is an actual old stone fireplace. I believe they capped off the chimney maybe when they put a new roof on, so we could open that up and use this for wood burning. It's in a central part of the house, so it should heat most of the house evenly. But for now, we're going to deal with the gas logs we have there and the electric heater here. So in terms of the ugly, and I'll put a photo in here, it is time to get the siding on the back of the house done. Actually, it's going to be the back of the house, and both sides are going to get completely redone. We're going to strip all the old siding off. James Miller, our Amish friend, is coming back, he and his team, probably in the next 2 weeks, depending on this snowstorm and how long that lasts. They're not really into anything now. Siding is not something that has to be done in warm weather, and his crew is without work right now. So he's ordered products, and they may be starting up here in about 2 weeks. So what we're doing is they're going to remove all the white siding. It's a combination of white and gray and aluminum and vinyl. It's really just been kind of piecemealed together. It's all coming off. We're putting up, I wanted to put up a wrap, and James has suggested something called fan fold, I believe. It's like a thin foam board that will go up on all three walls, all three exterior walls. It'll keep out the wind, it'll keep out the water, and it'll help with some insulation. Then we're using a thicker mill vinyl siding. We were thinking about aluminum, but the fact that we'd have to paint it in 10 years, we're just going to go with vinyl. And they're getting a thicker milled vinyl siding because of the wind that's up here. Then they're going to redo all the soffit, all the fascia, and all the gutters. So we will basically have a brand new exterior on 3 walls of the house. I'm also going to ask them on my shed to put a new steel door on there for me, since they're going to be out here. And we may start talking about the deck, since we're going to have a work crew out here. As you may remember, we had a 10 by 10, 12 by 12 deck coming off the kitchen here. It was just a lot easier to remove that when they were doing the French drain and all the work on the back of the house. But now it's time to replace that, and since we're going to have them out here. So that may be about it. Not a real long video. The good is we got all the furniture in. This place is ready to go. It's been a long path to get here, and it's really exciting to have it done. Now I'm just waiting for the weather to change, because that's when this place is really fun. So the good is we got all the furniture. The bad is that fireplace won't work, and the ugly is and I'll put a picture up here, the back of the house looks absolutely horrible. So it'll be nice that within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that, it's going to get completely redone. We'll have better insulation, better windproofing, some of that kind of stuff. So we also have one more thing I just thought of. Next weekend, I'm supposed to be out in the field with a local guy burning those autumn olives. It's about a 1-story high and maybe 50 feet long pile of autumn olives. So we're gonna set those babies on fire and try to get them burned up over next weekend. Again, this winter storm may may change those plans, but March 1st, the statewide burning regulations kick in, and it's going to be a lot harder to take care of that because you can only burn between 7 p.m. and 5 a.m. I think a fire like that's probably going to go for 2 or 3 days. So my hope is next Saturday we'll burn that. I'll spend Saturday night here, Sunday. Hopefully things will be down enough that I can head back to town on Monday and go to work and not have to worry about the fire. So that's coming as well. And then I'm going to try to do a whole separate video on the pollinator pasture. The process we went through to get our seed recipe and get things approved by the USDA, what's going to happen next in terms of the brush hogging, where those fields are going to go, what we have to do all summer, when we're going to plant in the fall, and what those next steps were. So I'm going to hopefully do a whole video on that. So I think that's about it. I'm actually probably going to head out of here pretty soon. I finished up what I need to do. As it gets colder, the roads may start getting icy, so I'm probably going to get on the road while I can. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you soon.